it's Liz from Old Stables Crafts. Thank you for joining me again today for another Top Tip Tuesday. This is the day when I try to share some of the tips and tricks that I've picked up over the years of working with stamps, ink and paper. And today I have got a tip to help you position your sentiments correctly. So, or at least where you want them. So let me flip the camera down and we will take a look. I'm going to be using Wildlife Wonder. This is the most gorgeous set. It has carried over, but it's wonderful for masculine cards. I'm using a piece of Very Vanilla, and I've mounted my wolf onto my D block. I'm going to use Early Espresso. I know wolves aren't dark brown, but it's a colour I like, and I like the look of it on vanilla. So let me stamp it kind of there. So I want it down towards the bottom right hand corner, and look at that image. Isn't that just wonderful? You don't need to do anything to it. It's quick and easy. We like quick and easy. I don't know why I've put my ink away though. However, I'm bringing in my Stamparatus and a piece of window sheet. You can use any acetate. You could use the acetate that we get with the photopolymer sets. So you'll find that there's two pieces of acetate. One's very thick and one's thinner. Take the thick one and you can use it for this. So I'm going to pop my card into my Stamparatus. Now I have already mounted the greeting, but what I want to do is make sure that the greeting is where I want it. Now by that, I know I want it down in the bottom corner, but I don't know whether I want it over here. I say down in the bottom corner, down at the bottom. I don't know whether I want it here or whether I want it here. So really not sure exactly where. So I put my window sheet down and I've got my card behind. I'm going to ink up my sentiment, which is sending birthday wishes. So I'm sorry about the glare, not much I can do about that, I'm afraid. So if I bring this over and I can stamp it onto the acetate and see whether it's in the right place. Now I think that's too far to the right, so I'm going to clean that off my window sheet just with an old cloth. And I'm going to move my card across a bit. Not much, doesn't need much, just a bit. And I've probably got enough ink to just go again. And that is nearer to where I want it. So still want to bring it across a little bit more. And in fact, what I can do is I can move my card until the sentiment is where I want it, which is about there. So now if I remove this, actually let me just show you what I mean by that. So I was moving the card with this still in place so that I could see the positioning. So I can take this away. I'll wipe it so that I don't end up with a wet piece of window sheet. I'm going to ink up my stamp again. And that is exactly where I want my sentiment to be. So it saves all the bother of, is it in the right place? Do I want it over to the right? Do I want it over to the left? Obviously you can do whether it's straight or not, just using the grid paper. But once you've got it straight and you want to position it, this is where this technique comes in. And it's just a piece of acetate. You can use it over and over and over again, so you could keep that acetate with your Stamparatus. But let's finish the card, because that would be good. We can actually make a card on a top tip day. Now I'm going to trim that down and I'm going to mount it on some Early Espresso on a mat, and then I'm going to also have a Very Vanilla base. So I need a sheet of thick Very Vanilla. And I want to see if I've got a scrap of early espresso or whether I need to... No, I've got a scrap. That will be perfect. In fact, nope. Yeah, that one will do. Because I'm going to trim the very vanilla down. So let me get rid of that. Bring out my trimmer and score my card base. And I always do 2 at a time. So I score once, cut once, and end up with 2 bases. That's something I do mention regularly, but it's worth mentioning again. This I'm going to cut down to 3 7/8 by 5 5/8. I normally say it the other way around, which is why I'm falling over it. So 5 5/8, and I think it is 3 7/8. Yes. So then this I'm going to trim down, and I'm going to take 1/8 of an inch off the top and the side and the bottom, and then we can make our card. Now it's vanilla, so I'm not going to need to put a lining, which is always nice. So it really is a quick card. And as I say, perfect for the men in your life. So there's my card base. Let's add some seal to the back of this. Pop this onto our early espresso mat. Straight would be novel. That's better. Give that a good press, and then add some liquid adhesive, and then all we need to do is add some embellishment, because men can have embellishment as well. We have some really good masculine embellishments at the moment. I'm going to dig out the rustic gems. I can't remember what we call them, other than they're these. They're in the autumn catalogue, I think. I say autumn, the current mini catalogue. I will be listing everything that I've used in the description bar below the video and over on my website. If you go to my website, you will see close-up photos of the project and more information. So do have a look at that. I'm going to go there. And, oh, I think I might... no, that's a bit too central. So we'll come down to the Y. So there we are. And I'm tempted to put some... No, I'm going to keep it minimalist. I was tempted to use more, but I'm not going to. So there you are. A perfectly positioned sentiment on a beautiful masculine birthday card. So I hope you found that helpful. Let me flip the camera up if my system will allow me to do it. I've just updated, and I really don't know that it was a good idea. I want to get rid of something. Thank you. Let me flip the camera up. I updated to Windows 11 and it's fine. It works really well, but I'm not quite sure where everything is, so I keep hitting the wrong thing. Anyway, I hope you found that helpful. Let me just show you the card again. Isn't that just gorgeous? Lovely masculine card. So thank you very much indeed. Have a fantastic rest of your day. There will be a video going live at 11 o'clock this morning, UK time, which will take the place of my usual Tuesday live, because I'm on holiday this week. So yeah, let's hope I get decent weather. I'm in Cornwall, so fingers crossed for the weather. Thank you very much indeed, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye for now.